What is going on, everybody? We finally got the 240 back on the rollers. Let me go ahead and turn these lights off. These things are blinding me right now. Okay, so the last time I was messing with this, I had a couple weird things happen. I had it was an issue that happened about 5,500 RPM. It was weird. It would get to like 5,500 and then it would just kind of like lose cam signal or some weirdness. So I was using the what is it, the DIY auto tune CAS replacement, the CAS disc that they sell. I was using one of those, and at first I thought maybe it was spark. I thought it was like, I mean, it wasn't fuel. AFR was good, but I thought it was something. Like, I thought it was like blowing out the spark or something with the wires. So I went down the rabbit hole of trying to diagnose it, and I just could not figure it out. I even thought maybe it was hitting like a red line. Maybe it was hitting like a rev limit or something like that. So I was talking to one of my buddies that he tunes as well. He was like, hey, maybe it's the CAS sensor, the CAS wheel, for whatever reason. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take it out. I'm going to go ahead and put the OEM one back in, which I did. And this thing is revving out all the way now. I'm going all the way to 7,000, and it falls out about 7,000, but I think that's just kind of like a single cam thing. Most single cam heads are not that efficient. You know, this is only a 3-valve motor. It's not the twin cam. The twin cam is normally 4 valves per cylinder. This is 3. So we ended up, I'm going up to about 6,800 RPM. It was on about 12 pounds of boost, and it was making 241 and like 270 foot-pounds of torque. So just for the fun of it, because at the end of the day, if it blows up, whatever, it's my own car. So I upped the boost to 21 pounds of boost. So it does have head studs, but it is a bone stock KA, bone stock motor. It's on 21 pounds right now. So I'm going to show you the graph and what the pull is. I'll do one pull so you guys can see it. All right, so this run right here put out 318, and the torque is crazy. 368 foot-pounds of torque. That is to the tire. If you were to look at like crank power, I could show you what it is to the crank right now. 366 to the crank, 424 foot-pounds of torque. That is to the crank. Obviously, you lose some momentum when it transfers everything down to the rear, but that is crazy. So this is on 22 pounds of boost. Like I said, to me, this is just a science experiment. You know what I mean? I don't care if this motor blows. I'm personally just checking it, testing it to see what it's doing. How far can we go? You know what I mean? That's what I'm checking. So yeah, it's hanging in there pretty well. I'm really impressed actually how much power it's putting out. That shit's crazy. So yeah, this is it. I have an idea for this, but I'm not gonna say what I want to do yet. But whenever this motor decides to go, I have a plan for it. So I hope this is educational for everybody that's out there. I already know there's going to be keyboard warriors. There's people going to be hopping on saying I should be making more and blah, 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 and all this stuff. I don't give a shit. How about that? So this is a real life scenario. We're not what I would say keyboard warriors. Okay, I'm doing this as kind of like an experiment to myself. I want to kind of see what the limitations is for the single cam, and keep in mind this is a bone stock bottom end, bone stock head. The only thing it has is ARP head studs. That's it. It is a bone stock motor. It has the donkey looking intake manifold that all the single cams have, and it has a log manifold. It is a 3-inch downpipe going down to a 2.5 out. So obviously if I did a 3-inch all the way out, it probably would make a little bit more, but I mean, I think this is pretty impressive for, you know, for a stock motor. So that being said, I hope this is really good information for some people, because the thing is, I understand that a lot of people do not have access to dynos and stuff like that. So that's why I try to post stuff like this, because I personally was curious, you know, to know what it was going to do. I personally am curious. So luckily I have this here and I can mess with this all day long. I can sit here and play with it all night, and just keep messing around with it. So I have some big plans for this car. I do want to do some crazy motor swap, and I'm not going to say what it is yet, but I think it's probably going to piss a lot of people off. But I do want to do a swap on this that I'm thinking about, and we'll see how that goes. So everybody that's kind of new to this page, go ahead and like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.